Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by, I didn't fill it in because I forgot. It is November 2021, technically still, yes. And you're listening to Leaves in the Jungle Season 2, Episode 7. In this game, we'll be using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian the Firefly, and we have...
Austin playing Tzitzi-Yaku, the Chelacray.
Bev playing Rook the Ardent.
Dylan playing Jisan the Gal.
And Jonathan playing Belt the Slug Guy.
Excellent. And today, continuing our Cameo extravaganza, we have the wonderful, the lovely, the elegant, the amazing, my cousin, and probably in the top cousins of cousins in the world, of anyone's cousins, Ruth.
Whoa.
Who are you, and who are you playing?
My name's Ruth, and I'm a gal. My name is Soyle.
Excellent. So we will be meeting Ruth's character shortly. But first, we're going to start our little warm-up thing we always do. And, you know, we joked, what was it, last session or the session before, that the Lorax is now kind of a pseudo-god in the Wildsea, like stories of the Lorax. So, I want everyone to kind of riff on that. Like, how do you think the Lorax is represented? What do you think he's like? Is he fully real in the Wildsea right now? What is he doing? How is it going on?
So, you know, like, swamp benders from Avatar, how, like, one of them is like a jumble of vines all really clumped together. I like people like see natural forming like bundles of vines that are like form like a perfectly shaped round-headed like dome as like representations of the Lorax watching them. Sometimes they leave little offerings there, so sometimes you'll see them adorned with.
Like the trees in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, where they're kind of like just adorned with random bits as ships passing by.
Okay.
Ooh, like something you need to like tribute in order to have good fortune on the seas.
Yeah, it's not necessarily true, although some older sailors say they've seen the Lorax, but it's just, you know, a sea superstition.
I definitely like the idea of him being mythologized. Like, you know, there are tribal drawings of him found around places.
I think the Lorax is definitely real, but not fully realized. It is still coalescing. There are different rumors as to how to bring it about, and it can definitely come about, and it would definitely be really bad if it did become, you know, physical and present. But, you know, it's fine. It's not here yet.
Yes.
I think he'd probably just be resting on his laurels. Maybe literal laurels. I'm not sure.
His Lorax laurels?
Who needs a fleet now?
His job is done. He has succeeded. There are more trees than anybody knows. Yes, the trees have been spoken for, and quite well.
Yeah.
Excellent. Ruth?
I literally quickly just Googled Lorax super quickly.
You didn't know
I have
who the
no
Lorax
idea what Lorax is.
Zero culture.
Zero.
Sorry, just realized when you said, you know, resting on laurels, his work is done. Now I'm just picturing Thanos at the end of Infinity War, looking at a grateful universe, smiling on his farm, just like, yeah.
We did it.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what happened to the world. The Lorax got the Infinity Gauntlet, and boom, verdancy.
Trees.
Only trees is what youth need. Snap.
Nature is inevitable.
And destructive.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Perfect. Okay, well, with our little warm-up out of the way, we move on to the episode. Yeah, you guys are on your ship, and you find there's a distress signal coming over the radio. You guys got one of those a while back, I think. Yes. Anyways, there's a distress signal. Whether it's over the radio or whether it's some signal flares or something, there's a distress signal. So you guys are going to explore it. And when you get there, there's a small glass room, maybe about 50 feet by 50 feet. And as you explore inside this glass room on the tops of the trees, there's a smaller room inside that glass room. And it's probably 6 feet by 6 feet. And so all of you get inside that glass, or that smaller room in the glass room. And the walls close around you as you hear a ding, and you feel...
I throw stones.
I immediately attack it with my spear.
Yeah, you can spear the wall, and the thing just keeps moving on. It just makes a little rattling sound as you feel yourself going downward.
I think it just laughed at me.
Wait, how many buttons are in this great glass elevator?
There's a lot of buttons in here. There's definitely a lot of buttons in here.
Do any of them just say up ambiguously?
No.
Because we cannot cross over these worlds. It will get too sticky, literally and figuratively.
It says back, as in holding us.
Well, after a minute or so of being in this small room, you hear a ding, and it stops moving. As the doors open to an eerie... Like, you guys have probably very rarely seen electric lights. Like old school fluorescent light bulbs.
Well, we at the Amazon factory.
That's
the
true.
Amazon factory.
Yeah, you guys do have the Zon factory. That's definitely not an old Amazon factory. That'd be ridiculous. Who would put that in there? There's copyright claims there.
We were talking about the forest, verdancy, whatnot.
Yeah.
Anybody remember that game Amazon Trail? That's what we mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Amazon forest.
Yeah.
So you guys find yourself at the bottom of this elevator, and these lights are eerily similar to the lights in your warehouse, although not as harsh and oppressive, because nowhere is as harsh and oppressive as one of those places. But that's beside the point.
I mean, we did upgrade it to be even more harsh and even more oppressive.
That's true.
Literal ghosts.
You did.
We're like, what if this place...
Yeah, you do have literal ghosts.
What if we took this warehouse that's designed to hold people in and redesigned it to keep people out as well?
Excellent.
That's what I've been doing this entire time. I'm so glad you guys showed up.
Yeah. Standing in front of you, what are you doing? Please introduce yourself. As the doors open and you see our players, let's reintroduce our players so that Ruth here knows what your players look like.
I am about human size, maybe a bit taller, weird looking gangly collection of spiders in a silk suit with orange cloak and a helmet with a smiley face carved into it.
So nice to meet you.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you as well. I'm Tzitzi-Yaku.
I guess me. Yeah.
A belt is about, I guess, a meter and a third tall. I'm trying my meters out.
Yay! Metric, go metric.
They are a slug person. They are, brownish, greenish. They have eye stalks. They kind of sound like this. So, hey, how you doing? Well,
I honestly just kind of
what's going on there?
Slugs.
A little bit.
Yeah. From Futurama? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I'm about like 4.5 foot tall, and wild modeling of natural tones, and a bright blue ponytail made up of lesser mushrooms, I suppose, and a creepy arm poking out of the middle of it. And I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Oh, hey, I don't want to be like I own these guys, but they're mine."
He owns these guys.
And I am a human-looking person. I know that's hard to picture, but I'm a human-looking female person who, I'm the gear rabbit, so, wearing overalls and goggles and, that classic, kind of anime steampunk thing going on. And I have a big, giant dog with me that is a dog with very long limbs like a monkey.
Yeah, his paws end in hands.
Really, really like long-fingered hands like a monkey.
Ooh. I haven't seen one of those in a real long time. That's all I can say. Super nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you guys came all the way down to the bottom of the 4th floor to meet me. A little bit of a forced you to come down here. And I'd like to get to know why you decided to come into the elevator.
What do you look like, by the way? Sorry, we haven't had a description of your character yet.
Well, it's really dark down in this warehouse. So as I come closer to the green electric lights, blue electric lights?
The, standard, fluorescent bulbs.
Oh, excellent. Great lighting.
Yeah.
I'm a putrid brown, and there's kind of an aura of nasty coming off of me. I've just been on the forest floor for so long.
You're a gal, correct?
I'm a gal.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
How far down are we?
You guys are, as this gal is talking to you and repeatedly saying the forest floor, you are realizing very quick you are on the bottom. This is it. It's as down as it goes.
Welcome.
Unfortunately,
I don't feel well.
I'm going to have to sign some consent forms before I agree to take any kind of a survey.
I just immediately jump up on the nearest table or stool. Just because the ground itself is nope.
Yeah, you guys ever have vertigo? I've got the opposite.
So still. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that stool that you just climbed up on disintegrated. Everything is moldy down here. It's my
Someone
haven.
absorb these spores. Looks at Jisan. Please help the spores.
I'm just looking around this is a culinary experiment, and I respect it.
What I'd love from you guys is to share knowledge. I'm down here to try to figure out why all of this happened and how leviathans got created and how we can reverse it or take control of it. I need to learn as much as I can from you because I never go to the top.
Have you tried going to the top to learn things?
Sun and I don't get along.
I get that.
It's very green up there. There's lots of leviathans. Lots of tall trees.
That makes sense to me. How comfortable are you guys leaving this warehouse?
It's very comfortable, and I
kind of want to
figure out the way out.
Is that an offer?
Oh, great. Why don't we go through these doors then?
Wait, you mean go out onto the ground?
Yeah, what did you think she meant? Or sorry, what did you think they meant?
To where the world makes sense.
What is this ground? Will it be my friend?
I don't know who's talking, but if it's my fellow gal, then yeah.
Oh no, we're done.
Gonna
curl up your fellow Gao is curling up in the bottom of the elevator, realizing exactly where this is going, and I can feel them. I can feel those hooks in my character pulling me along again.
Plot hooks.
How would you guys know how scary it is if you've never been down here?
No one's ever been down here. That's why it's scary.
This is literally the first time anyone's ever heard of anyone getting down here. We're not immediately dead.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it turns out that they have a tendency to not come back alive.
I mean, if I may compare things to real life, you also don't need to have been there to know that Mariana's Trench is terrifying.
What about that other group that you guys were talking about? You know, the more experienced adventurers? You left them in the Fire City? They went down to the ground. They ended up... I mean, they're in a city that's always on fire, but, you know, that's fine, right?
Fire's warm. Come on, let's go outside.
Are you leading them outside?
I'm leading you guys outside.
Oh,
I'm going to tentatively walk across what is the floor? Is it just a floor, or is it like just a mold?
It's nasty linoleum, and as you're walking through it, it's kind of sinking into the ground, because nobody really walked on it for a century, maybe 16 centuries.
That means there's like a good, a couple hundred spiders just kind of sinking into the... I don't like it. The sacrifice they're not willing to make. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're outside, and I've created a little path that will get us back to another skyscraper, one that I've been doing a bunch of research at, because it's primarily the only last one down here that's intact.
Well, so we're outside now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What?
You guys see, like, looking around, it's dark down here. Like, it is very... I assume you have, like, some kind of weird lights or, like, maybe
I think I still got
bioluminescent, like, mushrooms or something growing along. Yeah, you do still have the lamp, so you can use that. But there's also... Soyle has grown or cultivated some bioluminescent mushrooms and other plants along the edge of this path. And everything else is just pitch dark. But you can hear some stirrings every now and then and see, like, even darker shadows moving here and there.
Don't say pitch dark. That makes my brain think of things that are in the dark that will eat us.
So Belt can see perfectly fine in the dark. So...
Okay, then Belt sees...
Belt isn't going to describe the things that they see, you know, because they don't want to worry everybody else, but, you know, they're there.
Yeah, Belt, you can take a mire for seeing things that should not be seen.
Is this a spectacle horror or Newport?
Oh god, yes.
I get a whisper inspired by the darkness.
You can have the whisper, it's not your friend.
Oh, I don't like it.
And, yeah.
Seeing Belt kind of staring off in horror into the darkness, I ask if he's okay.
What?
You guys don't need to be scared. Don't worry. Keep on following me. We're just gonna walk along here.
Are you skipping or walking or what are you doing?
Well, I don't really have legs, so...
Oh, you're just hopping? Are you like a single stem mushroom?
I'm basically a single stem mushroom, but my corze, I run along underground everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And so I kind of just look like I'm floating.
Ooh, that's fun.
Kind of just...
And we're following me. There's a little trail. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying you're kind of just gooping along with your own roots kind of a thing.
That's right.
Weird. Love it. No, I do.
I'm looking at the rest. I'm looking at the rest of you guys like, what is even going on here? Like, I'm a mushroom, and this confuses the hell out of me. What am I even looking at?
I assume we're about to die.
That's actually something we probably don't have as much experience with actual roots beyond like what's in a potted plant.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I don't have any mycelium puns lined up for this particular encounter.
I think why all of you guys are so okay with everything going on is because this entire time I've been shedding mild psychotropic properties.
I assumed.
Oh, dude, me too.
Why do they always drug
I
us?
feel like by now we have built up some kind of immunity thanks to Jisan's cooking
Just like
or tolerance for it. Like we all like clocked it right away. We're just like, oh yeah, no, we know. We have that
reborn as a slime style. It's toxin resistance 1.
These psychedelic spores, because they're different than Jisan's psychedelic spores, are still affecting you guys to some degree. Like it'll be a little less, as you say. Like you'll clock it, but like you're still. It's a different strain, right? So it's going to affect you differently.
It's definitely a different beast, but I recognize this feeling. I'm like, oh, I see. We're really more alike than different. All right, so we tripping. We're having a nice forest walk in a place where a giant beast could easily pick any of us out of the ground and swallow us whole at any moment.
If we're lucky.
I guess at that point,
I walk faster.
It's important. You walk faster. It's important to mention that my sundew senses are identifying a presence and a potential danger. There's something about some weird tree roots that are just looking too predatory.
Yeah. You can, because of your, Whisperveil worm, Tzitzi.
Yes.
You know you're in danger.
I will mark a mire to get a whisper about it. Something is hunting me, I'm sure of it.
Okay. What do your sundew senses tell you, Soyle? What is attacking? Or what is about to attack?
I thought it was a tree root. I was wrong. It's actually a leviathan.
Excellent. Yeah.
What's the whisper I get about that?
You can have roots beneath.
Great. Yeah. Awesome. No bueno.
As this tree, or as these roots start to move and twist, you can see who would it be? Belt. You can see it.
Oh yeah, Belt definitely sees it.
This large flower starts to open up, and there's just rows and rows and rows of teeth inside of it. As it looks like, you guys all know what a lion's mane looks like. The predator.
Like the fish?
The one from the Wildsea. Where is it? I'll pull it up here.
It's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book. I'll pull it up so Ruth can see it too. But the lion's mane, flowering. It's like a flowery. Yeah. It's this flowery plant creature thing. As one of those, but 1,000 times bigger. And go ahead.
I think I see it.
Yeah. As the lion's mane, a flower, but 1,000 times or 100 times bigger than that, with several little flower heads all around it, as it looks like a giant one of those is sitting there. And Belt, as you're staring at this thing, it starts to glow bioluminescent, so the rest of you can now see this giant lion's mane sitting on the edge of the trail.
Can I consume a whisper?
Yes.
There's a wealth of knowledge whisper that I want to consume to learn a secret of the sea.
Okay. Yeah.
The secret that I just learned is that the lion's mane is going to go after small little critters. Is there any way that Tzitzi-Yaku could drop some of his spiders to run away elsewhere?
That is not how I do. How dare you?
No spiders left behind.
I can't do that. Other things can. But boy howdy.
Yeah, these it appears to be some kind of, for lack of better words, almost a filter feeder. So like how giant whales eat krill, this thing eats small creatures.
I will use the whisper. Family love. And
Aw, to
some
send
of
some
my
of your
spiders will sacrifice themselves.
Aww. Remember me.
For the all!
Excellent. Yeah, you can go ahead, Mark, cross off that whisper. And yeah, you, as some of your spiders quickly like scurry into a little plume, like you kind of throw them up and they scurry and get the attention of this leviathan, and they run away, and the leviathan like just slowly swims after them through the trees off, and it turns its bioluminescence off as it starts to hunt your little plume that you sent off.
Oh, I'll miss you. Stay
We
well.
gotta get out of here.
Where are we
gotta go
hiding?
into that building. Is everybody following me? Because we're almost
Oh,
there.
yeah, I'm ready to hide.
Absolutely.
Yes,
No,
please.
I'm leading you. I'm leading you by about 20 meters.
Excellent.
I look wistfully at the balloon of my family, just drifting off into the dark.
Okay, we're coming up close to the building, and you know that it's the building because it is actually surrounded by mushrooms. And they're the kind of decaying mushrooms that smell like rotting flesh.
Oh.
There's a lot of dead bodies down here. We're entering through the building.
Can I gather some of these mushrooms? Can I gather some of this for later?
Oh
Like some
yeah,
rotting flesh mushroom steaks
you,
or something?
you can do something. Yeah.
I'm not sure which one of us, but definitely somebody's a cannibal.
An actual cannibal. Jisan the chef.
Yeah, you can put
Jisan the chef. He's coming with a knife.
I was just thinking it.
With the kidneys.
Jisan, you can add rotting mushrooms as a specimen.
Sorry, that's just killing me. Oh my god.
So is Jisan.
Beast, though, right? You hit him with your stump leg, and he just sort of takes it and absorbs it into himself.
Oh no.
Noink.
Yeah. Do you guys enter the building?
Yes, we do.
Boy,
Just
how do you
right
bet
in
we
there.
Yep. That's a yep from me, dog.
Chuck Norris style, kicking door open.
I think all this is putting the fear of Lorax into us.
Lorax bliss.
Yes.
Jisan,
Lorax
if
is-
you like to cook, I actually have floors dedicated to different types of mushrooms. Should we go through them and collect some more for you?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I just made a best friend, and you guys kind of suck.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know it's fair, right? Also, thank you
Yep.
for sacrificing a portion of your life and experience for our overall safety there, Tzitzi. I appreciate that.
I
They
can't
were
remember
good.
my extended family now.
Precious
They were
childhood
the
memories
elders.
gone.
The elders sacrificed themselves for the young, and now we just can't remember the history.
Is it that you can't remember it? Or is it that the hallucinogenics are taking control?
It's that the memories are gone. Currently baiting a giant flower made of petals and anger. Unless they come back, I'm not getting them back.
I'm trying to figure out if I have a whisper now.
It's a sacrifice I was willing to make. For my,
Should we take
for
the
my
stairs or the elevator?
Crew. No more elevators.
Yeah, I think that's a unanimous vote.
I mean, there's a lot of stairs. I don't know if you guys have factored this, but I guess I'm going to ride the monkey dog.
Can't... Is that an option?
It's a big
I
dog.
too will ride the monkey dog.
It's like, these
I
are
didn't know that this was on
questions.
offer.
I feel like he can reasonably hold 2 adult-sized creatures and, like, maybe 3, but it's laborious.
I feel like he's
that-
getting bigger every time you talk about him.
No, he was always... No, standing on his hind legs, he was always, like, around 8 feet.
Oh, okay. What is he? Was he always like Clifford the new? Clifford the new movie. They imply that if you don't love your dog, it won't grow, and it's terrifying. Like the whole movie, the person's like, "Hey, if you love this dog," because the dad's like, "How big is the dog gonna get?" And then the dog seller turns to the little girl and he's like, "It'll grow as big as you love it." And the girl's like, "Okay, cool." And then it grows giant, which totally implies that the dogs, that like everybody's dogs don't grow because we don't love our dogs enough. Like, wow, movie, thanks for that. Right in the feels.
Wow, they're
Do you
like
know
taking...
what also sucks for that is Soyle, right? Because Soyle, at the end, the powers that be are just like, you know what, we were really impressed by you, so you get to go back and live the rest of your life. And it's like, thank you. Now I get to explain to young children why, you know, the powers that be didn't think that Grandpa was cool enough to send him back to kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
What up, kids movies?
It's also every True Believer Christmas movie.
Here's what I don't get about those movies, right? So in all of those movies, Santa is canonically a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there are millions of presents. And, like, the good presents, like shiny new bicycle, being dropped off in homes of any tax bracket that are just unaccounted for. And the grown-ups are all like, well, I still think that Santa Claus is for children, so we're just going to wonder about this.
Yep. Yeah.
Excellent. So as a giant...
So moving on.
as your giant puppy monkey dog carries you up the stairs.
Yep.
I mean, it's a really good thing that these rooms are 12 feet tall. Because otherwise that dog wouldn't fit in here.
Yeah.
So he's
Well, he don't usually stand on his hind legs. Usually he's like on all fours, but yes.
Oh, so when he's on all fours, he's not 8 feet tall.
No.
Yeah, when he's on all fours, he's like more of like a 4 feet. He just got big old monkey legs that he could, in theory, stand on, but he dogs, so he prefers to be quadruped.
Naturally.
Yes.
So, first floor is just the entryway. And it's kind of dilapidated so that nobody else wants to come in here if they did happen to come down here. Second floor is the yellow mushrooms. Third floor is the purple ones. And fourth floor is the black ones. Where should we start?
Well, I always think that we should start with the darkest colors first. As an artist, I know these things.
Gosh.
Let's go then.
There's a lot to unpack there.
No, he's not an artist, don't validate him!
I'm still thinking about that security guard, that one totally out of his, like in his element, but out of our element security guard.
They did an art heist a few episodes ago, and I say art heist, but really art in this world is whoever graffitis the art last is the artist. And so they went into a museum and did a bunch of art, quote unquote, and had an art battle. It was great. It's, yeah.
I mean,
Belt, we can make
definitely
art.
Belt definitely just stole art. Like that happened. Like shamelessly.
Jisan's created the perfect art, which is life.
Yeah.
Well, you brought some down here, didn't you?
What did
Did you bring some art down here?
If we saw enough things, then yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I never leave home without it. You never know when you're going to need non-fungible currency.
We're not criminals.
You know, I
like,
drew
you
this.
have to tag that on the arm.
Why don't we just make art all the way up up to the third floor? I've kind of tried to make it homey, but really all I've been able to draw since I don't have hands is spore prints. So it's just a lot of circles.
Yeah, we all trying to make it homey.
Excellent. So you guys are starting on the top floor, the black mushroom floor.
See, these are the best kind of mushrooms because you can actually eat them raw. They're earthy, they're nutty. Do you want to try some?
You can eat anything raw if you hold your nose tight enough. That's what my mom used to say. Well, you know, whatever does your smelling.
Bless her.
I will eat some of these strange and wonderful mushrooms.
What happens when he eats these mushrooms?
Nothing, I don't know. How do you feel?
Honestly, I'm like looking at my hands and they're like swirling around in a great like pattern of colors, and I see my fingers turning into small animals and flying away, and I'm like, they're lacking something. They're a little weak.
I'm still afraid, so I don't think it's working.
Yeah, you guys, as you look over, you notice Soyle's taking a lot of notes. Like, she has a notepad, or they have a notepad out, and they're taking notes as you guys are, like, tasting these mushrooms.
Swirly hands. What does it make you think of?
What? Long pause and then what?
Yeah, you like literally. She's like, what does it make you think of? Yeah, my brain's gone. I am not there. What does it make me think of? Oh God, I tried to get meta and I completely slipped off the ability to think entirely. It's gone. I'm somewhere in the outer reaches of sanity right now.
Jisan's just a blank wall.
Is it a euphoric feeling or is it like an evil dark feeling?
I mean, everything's feeling a little bit evil and dark down here.
You know that,
well, maybe we should go down to
22 Jump Street. Right? Where like one of them is like having the good high, one of them's having the sad high. And it's like, yours is so much sadder than mine.
Well, now that we picked them up, why don't we go down to the third floor?
Move on to the purple mushrooms.
Well, those are the ones I'm interested in.
Do you start eating the purple mushrooms?
No, I crush them up and make them into dye for my cloak.
I was going to say, purple dye. Let's do this.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys are... Austin, you can have purple mushroom dye as a Tzitzi specimen. Yeah. Purple mushroom dye.
Just challenge people to suck on this and then watch them trip out.
I'm going to wait for Soyle to say that they're edible or, not like deadly poisonous to the touch, or whatever before I dig in. We all just walk down and start chowing.
If there's any crusher in
powder, they actually aerosol.
Aerosol?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
They become an aerosol and everybody ingests them?
Yeah, you can have some of the dye, but you guys all ingest some of this, like, it's in the air now. The spore clouds are there.
We huff it, Ian. You can say it. We huff it.
You huff it. You're huffing it. Also, you look around and there are definitely, you didn't notice it so much on the upper floor because it was, like, all black mushrooms. but contrasting the purple mushrooms, there's definitely pools of Krezerin around.
Yep, I was just saying that Belt will dip the mushrooms into Krezerin to keep them like together and then eat them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, Belt will.
Being able to eat.
Belt is also going to roll in one of those and heal the level of damage they have from gelatinous form. That's happening.
Excellent. Go
I
for it.
just
You just
I just love a good roll in the Krezerin.
Soyle is immune, or not Soyle. Belt is immune to Krezerin. So Soyle, this is a
No,
interesting thing because Krezerin
not
is
immune.
normally terrifying.
Belt is healed by Krezerin.
Yes, sorry. It's better than immune.
I have tar
Jins-
scale armor, so I resist it.
Yeah, you're resistant.
Yeah.
But he actually heals in it.
That's awesome.
He like
Yeah.
Jin Sakai's in a fucking hot spring of Krezerin.
So who all is tripping? How you guys feeling?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
I don't really feel
I'm
much of anything right now.
I hold up a hand and then like stare at it, and then I hold up another hand and I stare at it. Then I hold up another hand and I can't stare at it because it's coming off the back of my head. But it doesn't stop me from trying.
It doesn't stop you from staring at it because you don't have eyes.
That's also true. God damn.
I love Jisan's tripping so hard he has eyes.
He just opens his eyes suddenly. It's like, ah! Why are they blue? I didn't expect that.
They're beautiful. They're like the ocean used to be.
It's like looking into the ocean. What's the ocean? I don't know.
Past and the future have become one existence.
You guys find yourself on the floor with yellow mushrooms now. No recollection of how you walked down here.
We might as well pick as many as possible. If you're gonna go back up, you gotta have.
It's not wrong. Can I?
Sure.
I have fond memories of yellow mushrooms. I wish to gather some, just as they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to roll me a 10 to gather, or a hunt maybe.
Are any of
Hunter
them
10.
moving?
Try and gather them.
I'm going to try and tend to some mushrooms.
Yeah, they start moving.
Okay, I guess I'm now hunting some mushrooms. How dare they?
Yeah.
I'm getting some dice. So it's going to be it's going to be tides because I am tripping and rolling right now.
Yep.
And we're going to go for
And we're gonna
hunt.
cut that one.
Okay, that's fair. And hunt is 2. And I don't really have anything to help with this. Oh, I guess if I'm hunting them, I'm shooting with a bow. So
Excellent.
4 cut 1.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm watching this, I'm just kind of seeing like a hunt version of who else has seen the mushroom dance in Fantasia?
Mm, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Like I'm just picturing that, but like now you're the hunter and you're doing your ballet.
So it's 2216.
Oh, okay. So you can
Cut 1.
hit one.
So the
Yeah, like hit
sixes.
one with an arrow. Because it's sick. Oh yeah, cut one. So what is it? 2216?
Yeah.
So it's a critical failure. Oh.
Well, it's a 2, not a 1, but yeah.
Yeah, this is still a critical failure.
don't-
Oh, no.
The failure is you're gonna shoot one of the party members
Oh no.
with your arrow. Who do you shoot with your arrow?
Roll for it.
Okay.
Roll for failure.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's number 2 in the order list on the sheet?
Jisan would be the second one, I guess.
On mine, it's the Firefly.
All right, right in the head.
I'm so high, I killed the Firefly.
I've shot at God.
Lorax will remember this.
Well, who's second on your sheet?
He
there,
liked
Austin?
it.
It should be, if we're going to the Firefly notes, it's Jisan.
Okay.
Take me now, Lord.
Jisan, you can take 2 points of damage as you
Just
get
be
shot
glad
with an arrow.
I didn't use a special one.
What's the twist there? You got a twist, Austin? Or Ruth, do you have a twist?
You shatter my spice bandolier, and it goes everywhere.
Oh no!
Like one of your jars?
Like multiple of them.
Scraps just kind of starts sneezing in a way that is like if you've seen anybody do the cinnamon challenge. And
Excellent.
his nose is burning. He's freaking out. I have a freaking out puppy now who's trying to get away from the air but can't.
Yeah, the air is spicy.
That's gritty and smoldering.
Excellent.
I don't know if he needs to take damage for that, but it's happening.
Yeah, sure. That's the twist. Scraps takes a point of damage from that.
You hurt my puppy!
I'm so sorry. I'm not as focused as I should be.
I didn't
Getting
even
used to
notice
the new
that I
body.
got shot.
He has a nosebleed.
I'm just standing there, like, sweating profusely and having no idea why.
You just got like an arrow sticking out of you. You're just like, it's fine, guys. I don't. It's good. The whole time you guys are doing this, Soyle in the background is just continuously taking notes.
At taking notes at the state of my puppy, I just go over to whatever clipboard or whatever they've got and just slap it out the hand. No! My puppy is not for this!
It's like Julie.
Okay, so sorry. Why don't we go back outside? Maybe get some fresh air.
Yes! Poor puppy. He making sad whimpers. And like just tearing profusely and slight nosebleed.
I am mortified at what has occurred.
The problem is, as we're going outside, the minute that we're all hitting the forest floor with our feet, or however we're touching the forest floor, you start to kind of sink into the floor.
Wait, I thought we were a few stories up by this point.
No, we went outside.
Yeah, you went back down because you started on the top floor and then worked your way down.
You're high.
Black mushrooms, purple mushrooms, yellow mushrooms, floor.
Okay.
That's the order I normally do my mushrooms.
Firefly is gal biased confirmed.
And as you're sinking into the ground, I have a conch, which is just kind of like a hard mushroom off of a tree that I'm taking more notes on. And it looks like you guys are all enjoying your time. It's really, really warm. You seem to be happy. Your puppy is okay.
Mm-hmm. None of those things are accurate.
There's a darkness about it.
I'm going to make a fecundicity angel, I guess. Since I'm sinking into the ground anyways, you know.
Yeah.
As you're making that angel, you're also noticing the dead bodies around you.
Yeah, you keep brushing up against like bones and cartilage and like other thing like corpse, like tissue.
Is my ghost sight gonna give me anything?
Oh yeah, your ghost sight.
I'm pretty dang high also, so I feel like that has something to do with it.
Yeah, no, you didn't notice it when you first came down here because you were kind of focused, and again the spores were just starting to affect you. But as you start to like get higher and higher, your ghost sight there's ghosts of just lots of different types of entities down here, and they're all like, you can't hear them. Actually, maybe make a sense roll. Make a sense roll.
I was about to say, yeah, can I make a sense roll?
Yeah.
And then just thinking. I think Grace. Just throw Grace onto that.
Yeah. You're disadvantaged though.
Why?
So you cut one because you're high. Because you're high.
The highness is helping.
Oh, I guess I did say it helped. Okay, so
My
you're fine.
third
Just a
eye
regular
is
roll.
opened.
Just a standard roll.
Okay, so 4?
Yeah, 4 dice.
That is a 6 with a twist.
Excellent. You, like, at first they're fuzzy and you can't quite make out what they're saying. And then as you kind of focus in on your, like, third eye spiritual awakening here, they're screaming run. And, yeah, go ahead with the... Actually, yeah, they're screaming run. And the twist is you just notice Soyle over on the other side, like shoveling mushrooms onto the rest of the party as they're taking notes. That's the twist.
I wish to vault my way out of this early grave.
You have not noticed this yet.
I want to notice
Rook
this.
has noticed this.
I don't want to die.
To be fair, this is about how I expected us to go.
I knew it. I even said it. I knew we were going to die. This is it.
Okay.
I mean, as far as safe bets go, that's up there.
How like the network of Soyle's root system, is that in the muck with us, or is it around? Like, what? How does that look?
Yeah, like however you want it to look.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my grapple gun, and also like I am fully like, high, you know, like that high that's just like Zen.
Yeah,
just kind of like that. Yeah, this is what's happening. Cool.
You've reached an awakening.
Yeah, so I just sort of I grapple, or I take my grapple gun and I just kind of like shoot it so that it hooks around Soyle.
Okay.
And is that successful? Or?
Pow! Right through the chest.
Oh, sorry. Soyle as in the character, not soil as in dirt. That makes more sense.
Not true, but like hooking onto.
Yeah. Roll. How are you rolling for this? What are you using to?
Boom! Headshot.
Dude, I'm just thinking of when she installed the taser and then shot it through the dummy and it lit on fire.
I really need to add aim onto my.
Yeah. What are you using?
Oh shoot.
Are you vaulting yourself up and like shooting forward?
I think that is my best option here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that be in the future, just for shooting? Because they got rid of like shoot.
Yeah. No. It's
whatever you want it to be.
It's whatever you want it to be. So it could be hunt. It could be vault. It could be wave walk. It could be break.
I'm just thinking. Yeah.
You maybe could argue study, but I don't think I'm going to give you study in this scenario.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I noticed that you're freaking out, and so I'm shoveling all the dirt over top of your friends, and I turn over to you and I tell you it's okay. I am completely connected to the ground floor, and if I put dirt over top of you, then I can actually study you better.
Okay, so I shoot the ground. That's Soyle. I'm going to go with Volt for this one. I think that's kind of my best logic. And then I'm also going to, I feel like Grace is going to have to be the other one there.
Yeah, precision.
Do I get anything else?
You can have an advantage for this roll because you know what's happening, and because you have a good weapon for this kind of a thing.
Okay. Oh, please don't be.
So that'll give you 3 dice in total.
Okay. My best hit's a 3.
Ooh, excellent. Yeah, you shoot your grapple, and it misses Soyle. It hits a tree branch, or it hits a tree branch just like a little ways behind Soyle.
Okay. I take advantage of that. Not the shot that I wanted, but I decide to.
Just before you take that shot, we're gonna pause. We're gonna let Jonathan go to bed, and we're gonna come back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And we're back. So your gun misses.
Misses, but close enough. I am around a root or tree or something that this is lodged in now, I assume?
Yeah, your grapple hook is lodged in a branch.
Okay, so I flip whatever mechanism to get the chain to retract so that it can pull me with it, and I basically pull myself to just kind of sitting on Soyle, like on, and what I do is I kind of hold it so that the chain of the grapple gun is I rest it on Soyle's whatever's closest to me, cheek, neck, arm, whatever. And I just kind of look into the not eyes and I say, "Give me back my friends, or we all go down together."
I think that you've misunderstood what's going on here. I'm already down, and you guys are now down here with me. So there's 2 ways that this can go, and I'd like to know what would make you most comfortable.
What are my options?
Well, that really depends on what you want.
I want my friends to walk out of here and go back to our ship intact and alive.
Alive.
Breathing and functional and conscious and not a specter.
Mm-hmm.
Alive in the traditional, commonly understood sense.
That is not giving me a lot of confidence. Just gonna note.
I'm assuming you need this form in order to sustain existence in some way?
Not at all.
Well, crap.
I'm just the fruiting body of the mycelium underneath us. I can fruit wherever I want along the forest floor. The problem here that I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to save the world, and you guys are trying to save yourselves.
Okay, we can have a chat about that, because I do want to talk about that later. But in the meantime, while we're all gasping for air, what happens if the whole root system goes up in flame?
Ooh. Very bad things.
Then do you die?
I start clapping. This sounds like a great idea.
Okay, I need to threaten you with something.
Nothing like a warm fire.
It's probably going to set back your research if everything that is attached to this body in the ground or above it just completely disintegrates. Right?
I really don't want my research compromised. I really don't want that.
I know you don't
maybe we can strike a deal.
I would love that. Let's talk.
Okay, can you take your chainsaw off of me?
It's not a chainsaw. It's more of like a grappling hook gun chain.
Okay.
It's like the linked chain that, holds the little gun part to the little hooky part that is keeping me out of the ground. Yeah. And I'm like, honestly, it's the only thing I've got going for me right now, so I'd feel a lot safer if I could keep just pressing it against you, if that's okay. Just until I understand what's going on here.
Okay, if you feel comfortable doing that.
I do. I really do.
I'm going to warn you, it makes no difference if I can get away or not. But essentially, what I need is fresh bodies. I want to learn what happens when they decay and how that affects the forest floor and the trees that grow from it. Because I think if I can control the trees, I can control the ocean.
I mean, I'm all for that, but I cannot stress enough how attached we are to our bodies not decaying. Also, just as a general thing, have you gotten the consent of any of the bodies that you've got down here decaying for that?
That's not really a concern of mine.
Well, now, see, and that's where the problem is, because, you spent so long trying to figure out if you could, you didn't ask if you should. What is the point of saving the forest and figuring that out, if not to preserve the overall quality of life for the various living creatures within it? And if you kill part of the ecosystem, you kill all. And see, this is where ethics of scientific theory is important. Otherwise, you're just doing stuff.
I sit up from my pile of leaves, and I'm like, yeah, and besides, whether or not you're trying to save the world, like, having a lofty goal doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want to whoever you want. I mean, like, you say that we're trying to save ourselves, you're trying to save the world. I mean, like, these guys are my world.
Aww.
It's kind of like...
Yep.
Oh. I'm just also saying, we're not just trying to... I mean, we are trying to save ourselves, we probably would trying to save it, but we're also trying to save people, too. Just saying. I mean, we're starting a revolution. We're trying to preserve life as well from those who would oppress it for their own purposes.
Wait, how are you trying to save the world?
Oh yeah, I guess you've been down by the roots. There's a whole skin farming syndicate that's just like taking ardents and other similar species and just, because you know how like our friend over here, he's cool though. Like some of them use like skin. They're farming people into like slavery. It's a whole thing. We're trying to start a revolution. It's just kind of a hobby of ours right now.
And so these people who are already dead and skins, what if they were to be given to me?
Oh, there's going to be a war. We could have so many bodies for you if you just let us go right now.
Okay, that's fine with me.
I just kind of turned to him and out of the corner of my mouth, did we just make a pact with the double?
I'm still just like, I'm sweating. I'm like sweating more than a raver after like the 8th hour here. I need a bottle of water.
We've contracted a cleaner is what we've done.
Okay, I like that swing. Yes, basically, we need to continue to be corporeal. And you know what? I mean, like, I think we'd even be open to signing contracts that, upon our deaths, maybe. No guarantees on that one, though. Need to talk it over with the guys.
No, that's totally fair. Essentially, all of this research that I've been doing over the past couple hundreds of years has led me to believe that giving the forest what it wants is a way to manipulate the ocean. And all around you guys are levels of decay from things that have fallen from the top of the waves. So I have yet to be able to research what happens with fresh people. That's my missing link to the research.
I mean...
And if you're willing to go to this skin farm and shut it down, there's going to already be people who have passed away and have been killed. Might as well donate them to scientific research.
Like, you're not wrong.
We can make
just
something.
One of the ways you
We're
say
gonna have
it
to figure out
it tastes so bad.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some things with like legality and contracts and making sure that there's an understood consent. But I think we can swing this.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the wave police. Legality's a real big issue here. Oh man, the wave code is gonna come up on you.
Shut
We don't need the world thinking that the bow breakers are necromancers.
Nah, although, wouldn't that be... Anyway. I'd be down with that, actually.
Spider-Man necromancer.
Ooh. But anyway, yeah, we can totally make something work. But for now, I need my friends not to imminently... I look over on them and I assume at least one of them is all the way submerged by now. I'm like, if we could just lift us up.
Yeah, they can be lifted up. They're probably still tripping out, maybe one or two of them, so we'll just they'll end when they're ready to end, and we can all move on. But we are going to have to cross back through the forest back to the elevator. And
honestly, at this point, I think you're the most terrifying thing down here, so that's okay.
I'm the only one saving you right now.
Aww. Shucks.
Okay, so I'm going to write Reynald down as salvage here because I am taking the skull of the corpse next to me, and I have formed a bond with him, and he's basically Wilson for me now.
Excellent.
Tell me you give him a lovely little perch in your kitchen, just like a little nest.
Oh, he is a character as far as I'm concerned. He's as real as any of us.
Do you want his ghost to exist?
Is this a question? That's rhetorical, right?
Okay. Yeah, no, Reynard is an ardent, and he's just standing behind you. You can't see ghosts, can you?
No, I definitely can't. But I'm gonna act like I can.
Yeah, he is gonna definitely be trying to talk to you the whole time, and like it's gonna be a whole, those like back and forth skits where people don't understand each other and they can't. Yeah, it's that. Yeah,
absolutely. We cannot communicate. He is gonna be so frustrated, and I'm gonna be so self assured and impressed with my new friend who doesn't do a lot of talking.
Excellent. Yeah, no, please add Reynard, not to specimens, but to the notes as a ally you now have. And I'm going to we'll put him later as part of the crew. He will get a full character description on the crew.
Does that count as a piece of cargo?
No. Cargo is larger size, but yeah. Sorry.
Big boxes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm free of the soil?
Yes, they have. You guys have all officially been dug up, and I assume, are you taking them back down the path to the other?
Mm-hmm, really carefully and really quietly, because at this time of day / night, there's a lot of blue-ringed tigers, which are an eight-legged tiger with two. Oh,
we know what they are. We've met one before. Oh no! Oh, I hate these things.
Which one are they?
Yeah,
they're the deadly poisonous octopus tigers.
Right.
That's right.
I personally have distaste for them because I'm the one who almost got eaten.
Happens.
Yeah, all in a day's work, right?
I have a cordyceps who follows me around, and he just came back from a trip. And so he's flying up ahead, and he's noticing something rumbling in the forest along the path. So we're going to have to scurry. Quietly scurry, please, everybody.
I think I can do that.
Shoveling their feet, just really intently, and
it's gonna wave walk.
Yes.
Super quiet, like
there's no air down here, and there's really limited wind, but it's almost as if all of the trees are windy, and so that something's there, but I can't tell what it is. Can any of you guys tell?
Why do I don't think I see.
Yeah, I don't think any of you have sight in the dark other than Belt, and Belt is you guys are carrying Belt currently because Belt is knocked out from, like, Belt heals from Krezerin, but Belt has just ingested too much Krezerin and like overhealed themselves and is on a full trip.
Yeah, not unless it's either a pharaoh site or a ghost site thing.
What
she sees electricity.
What is it that they don't see?
The tigers.
Oh, yeah, no. You guys hear and see movement through the branches. Tzitzi, you're going to get another... your Sheep of Whispers, you're in danger.
Oh, with the worm?
Sorry, yeah, the worm, not sheaf, sorry. The Whisper worm. You're in danger.
I'm going to start I'm gonna whip off my scarf and start spinning it in a variety of different patterns and techniques, and use the whisper unfolding colors to mesmerize all these tigers, because they've never seen such bright vibrancy before, as we slowly back up towards the elevator.
Yeah, that's gonna work. These, as you see in the like,
that's what I want to hear.
As you get closer and closer to the skyscraper, the eyes shine, like, you know how cat's eyes shine? Yeah, the eyes like shine in the dark, and you just see hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of these little eyes shining in the dark as you walk through the doors back into the inside of the skyscraper.
I just saw my death. I should never see things as big as I am, as many as I am.
Yeah, everyone can take a mire and go for it.
I have so many.
We're gonna go with the movements are staccato and disturbing.
Excellent.
And I will remove
None of
unfolding
these
colors.
apply. But I guess that's the thing.
It's only if you double up on them that they really apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Don't do that.
Excellent. Yeah, no, you guys make it into the skyscraper, and you get on the elevator. You're letting them go up?
Yeah, we're just gonna go up floor by floor because the electricity's going through a surge right now. And
You're so sick
we're gonna
by the
make
time we
it.
get up.
Pardon?
You're so sick to our stomachs.
Just slowly, the elevator, just one floor at a time.
Good.
As we're going up, I'm getting all the documents out for everybody to sign. And by documents, I mean some more conch shells that everybody can draw on.
I'll take it.
Just also, I feel like on the whole walk back, we had like a big, long, in-depth conversation on scientific ethics. Yeah. Just all the things.
Ethics. Is that where you don't steal children?
Depends. That's the great thing about ethics.
Yeah.
No, that's the euthanasia.
Context is important.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys make it up to the top after signing some probably sketchy documents, and Soyle is going to take the elevator back down as you guys board your ship.
The one thing that I've left with your ship is my cordyceps. So it's
The heck's a cordyceps?
It's a little beetle.
It's like
a beetle.
cordyceps.
It's a beetle riddled with fungal growths.
I was
So
like,
it's similar to your bird.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
of course I love it now.
Yeah. This beetle has attached itself to the ship, and you can tell it's keeping an eye on you guys to make sure you fulfill the contracts.
I've named it Travis.
Excellent. Yeah, and I think we're going to end it there. I was Ian the Firefly.
I was Austin the panicked spider.
I'm Bev, and I want my science done kosher.
I'm Jisan, and I was out to lunch basically all episode.
We had Jonathan for a little while, and then he fell asleep, which is fair because it's late. And our extra special guest star was
Ruth, and my character was Soyle, and I'm also still back in the soil.
excellent. And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.